Mary Meeker's talk was extremely interesting. I was particularly interested in her discussion of gaming. I grew up playing video games my whole life, and I've seen how the video game industry has changed over the years. As Mary said in her talk, there has been a rise in the number of gamers from 100 million in 1995 to 2.6 billion gamers now. It is interesting to see how video games have become less of an individualistic experience to a more collaborative and group experience. Growing up, my family and I would just sit in the living room playing the N64, but now I find myself watching these huge game tournaments or watching streamers on Twitch where thousands of people come together for common interests. Speaking of Twitch, I am amazed at how people have been able to profit so much out of other people watching them play video games. There's this one streamer I like to watch, and he averages around 40,000 viewers every time he streams. He was able to make it big, but the problem with streaming is that the market has become so diluted of people thinking they would be able to make millions off of streaming. It's definitely a growing industry, but I feel like it's hard to actually make it big on something like streaming unless you are either very entertaining or very good at the games you play. Aside from streaming, I think one of the bigger impacts gaming will have in the future deals with learning. As Meeker discussed, there are many components of a video game that make it a great tool for learning. I feel like more people notice this and have begun using games as educational resources. I think companies are realizing how important it is to invest in the gaming industry. Although I'm not out in the workforce just yet, I believe that companies might start having dedicated teams that work at applying video game aspects to their own products. And as gaming platforms are becoming more developed and technologies are getting faster, it opens up a lot of room for growth in the future.
Created using Powtoon.